So Trump has gotten himself in a little bit of a controversy on the right. He's in a little bit of hot water with some of the commentators on the far right. And it all started because recently he's been leaning in a little bit on the issue of abortion, basically saying some in the Republican Party have gone too far and it's hurt us electorally. And the hardcore ideologues are not happy about him saying that. So he went on Megyn Kelly's show and he basically said, like, Ron DeSantis' 6-week abortion ban was, quote, a terrible thing. And he's trying to, like, split the difference a little bit and find a middle ground here. And, you know, the real far-right ideologues ain't having it. The ones who are ideologically committed to anti-abortion politics. So anyway, take a look at this. This is from a senior reporter at the Daily Wire. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp responds to Trump calling Florida's heartbeat law a terrible thing. Quote, "There's nothing terrible about standing up for life. In addition to passing the heartbeat bill, Georgia has proudly protected and valued life through implementing adoption and foster care reform and combating human trafficking and will continue to do so as long as I'm governor." There's just one example of many. Like I said, many right-wing outlets are basically saying Trump is soft on this issue now. He's cucked on this issue. And so, very uncharacteristically, Trump decides, I'm going to come out and, like, respond to the firestorm. And he kind of buckles a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. So Ron Filipkowski says, after getting ripped apart by forced birth activists because of his comments on Meet the Press, apparently he's talked about on Meet the Press too. Did he say it on Megyn Kelly's show? It doesn't matter. About moderating on abortion, Trump appears to backpedal some here by acting as if now he only favors the exceptions. Okay, so Trump was against the 6-week abortion ban. And he kind of has postured as like, I'm against any national abortion ban. Leave it up to the states. That's like the Republican classic position, and he seems to be embracing that more. But now, under tremendous pressure, he kind of backs off that. So look at this. Trump said, "Like Ronald Reagan before me, I believe in 3 exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother. Without exceptions, it is very difficult to win elections. We would probably lose the majorities in 2024 and perhaps the presidency itself. But you must follow your heart. In order to win in 2024, Republicans must learn how to talk about abortion. The issue costs us unnecessarily, but dearly in the midterms. We have to expose Democrats like crooked Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as being the true radicals on the abortion issue, and that they allow the killing of babies in the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th months, and even after birth." Total lie, by the way, of course. "But it was okay to rip the baby out of the womb under Roe v. Wade and destroy a living soul. Now with Roe v. Wade no longer, the power to negotiate is with the pro-life movement, not the radical left Democrats who are so willing to destroy life." So his argument here seems to be, he's backed off I'm going to criticize the 6-week abortion ban, right? And now he's saying, I'm for the 3 exceptions. So rape, incest, and life of the mother. Yeah, but you could still have those 3 exceptions and have a ban from the moment of conception, right? It's almost like he's purposely leaving it vague to try to appease the right. Because, like, if I take this stance literally, hey, my position on abortion is the 3 exceptions, rape, incest, and life of the mother. Okay, but you can have those in place while also having a ban from conception. Are you trying to say, like, you're in favor of a ban from conception? Or you haven't, or now you've warmed up to the 6-week abortion ban idea? So I think he's being purposely vague about it to try to make it seem like, you know, oh, actually, I'm not what you guys think I am on this issue. But then the rest of his advice is like, kind of like, we need to stop talking about our position and we need to start attacking the Democrats for wanting to do infanticide and murder. Now, of course, the infanticide and murder thing is not true at all. He said in one of the interviews in New York, they kill babies after they're born. And a CNN reporter went and looked up the law in New York, and they have a ban after 24 weeks with the exceptions of rape, incest, life of the mother, and if there's a fatal defect in the fetus. So it's just a total lie. But Trump's kind of saying, like, hey, this issue hurt us, so let's not focus on it as much. Or let's go on the offense. And in other words, don't come out and say 6-week abortion ban or ban from the moment of conception, even though he's flirting with that idea right here. So look, ultimately, is this going to matter? This is why I'm surprised that he even said this, is like, dude, you're up by like 50 points in the Republican primary. Who cares if a bunch of idiot ideologues online are attacking you? You know? But he seems to care. And so he's trying to like appease the far right who are writing articles saying he's now cucked on the issue of abortion. And one of the things he brings up, and this goes against his own advice too, is he often brags about like, hey, you should be thanking me. I'm the reason Roe v. Wade got overturned. And it's like, yeah, he is. And yeah, they should be thanking you. But also, the Democrats should be thanking you because the more you talk about that, the more that helps the Democrats. He accurately points out this was one of the issues that hurt Republicans in the midterms. But then he also can't help but say, but you got to give me credit for overturning Roe v. Wade. So it's sort of all over the place, man. It really is all over the place. The fact of the matter is he's still very, very conservative on the issue. He's still out of step with the majority of Americans. He kind of knows that, but he's trying to have it both ways, as in like, let me appease most Americans while also giving the far right base what they want. It's actually classic non-Trump activity. Trump activity is like, I'm just going to say what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to double down on it and screw you if you don't agree. This is like, I'm going to try to please everybody in the room, right? What I would say to him is, bro, it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you say. You can come out and say, actually, I'm pro-choice again. I think he'd still win the Republican primary by a comfortable amount. So you don't need to appease the loud, vocal minority that's like insanely anti-abortion online, because they're useless. They're toothless. Like you drive the car. But, you know, it's funny to me, too, that he points out, like, he's right that abortion was a big reason for Republicans not doing as well in the midterms. But you know what else was? You. Like, you and all your election denialism and all your hand-picked candidates being psychotic. Like, that was another huge problem, but he doesn't acknowledge that one. He only acknowledges the abortion one. Anyway, interesting stuff. What the media should do in reaction to this is point out the facts. And the fact is, he is the reason Roe v. Wade was overturned. So if he thinks, oh my God, we've gone too extreme and that's why voters are leaving us on abortion, it's like, well, you know, look in the mirror for that. Doesn't matter how much you try to moderate your position now, it ain't going to work. Especially since, you know, he's also trying to give in to the far right pro-lifers now as well by saying, no, I'm only for the 3 exceptions. Okay, well, if you're only for the 3 exceptions, then you would be okay with the 6-week abortion ban, right? Or you would be okay with a ban from the moment of conception. So, because those things are not exclusionary. You could have the 3 exceptions. There was a loud noise, sorry. You could have the 3 exceptions while also having a ban from the moment of conception. So, anyway, there you have it. The abortion politics on the right are a mess. I think what's going to happen is you're going to have other candidates lean into being more pro-life, and it's not going to help them in the primary. Trump's still going to end up winning the primary. And really, the moderating tone from Trump, even though it's around the edges, I think he's thinking more about a general election when he says those things. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.